Good morning, guys. Celsius looks like an amazing setup. For those of you who were awake at the open. You already bought and sold? Well, that doesn't seem like a winning strategy. Yesterday, pretty much all of the leading stocks had a breakdown candle. I really didn't like the price action yesterday. I got stopped out of a lot of things yesterday. And I also went short Peloton. Now we'll have to wait and see what happens. I really don't see many good setups right now. Some random thin small stocks here and there like Celsius, CLH, but I don't really see many leading names having good setups right now. So gotta be patient. Yeah, Chake was a $2 million opportunity. I fucked it up. I took $80,000 loss on it. Yeah. If this thing goes like 60, it would have been a $2 million opportunity. I fucked it up. I totally fucked it up. I can't pull. I'm so bad at shorting. Like I haven't shorted much in the past, this year, and I become so bad at it. I can't even I can't even trade like 5-star opportunities. It's unbelievable. Zoom. Yeah, Zoom I sold yesterday. Yeah, I don't see much. This is time to be patient. Let the stocks build some bases. Many of these like cyclical type of names are up today though. But again, I don't see many good setups. the 3 to 5 day sell rule, regardless if you well, if you're still red on the trade after 3 to 5 days, you should probably sell everything and move on to something better. Because if you buy a breakout, it should kind of go like it shouldn't be in the red. You know, break even-ish maybe, but you know it shouldn't be in the red after 3 to 5 days. If your position hasn't, you know, isn't at least break even after 3 to 5 days, you should consider selling it. Yeah. Snap. Yeah. Had an episodic pivot yesterday. Yeah, you could clearly see the volume out of the gate. I passed on it. I just didn't take it. I didn't think I didn't think this was gonna have followed through. We'll see. You know, Snapchat was not Snapchat. Which one? Pinterest. It's similar to Pinterest a couple of months ago. It had a couple of nice days and then it kind of went sideways for a few months before it set up again. So I'm not sure it's gonna go straight up from here. Snapchat, that is. We'll see. Tesla, yeah, Tesla is really tight. It reported earnings today. Because it's selling off. You know, it got rejected on this upper end of the range again. It's getting really tight. We'll see what this thing does. You know, it needs to break below for a short and break above for a long. When it's in this range, there is nothing, you know, nothing here. Maybe in a couple of days we'll know more. Line also having an episodic pivot. Like these things, if you pay attention to them, the ones that beat earnings have really good earnings revenue growth. If you can catch them opening range highs, like the first 1 minute candle high, or you know, you can, these things you can also day trade. Like if you don't like to swing trade, or if you don't, you know, if you just want to complement your swing trading, these things you can also day trade. Like Snapchat yesterday, Align today. There's so many ways you can trade these things. Just need to have a little bit of fantasy, imagination. Some of these airlines look like they want to break out of like these bottom bases, or actually only one of them, never mind. Peloton? I'm short Peloton since yesterday. OVV. Yeah, it's a maybe setup. It's a maybe setup. It's an oil gas name, so if the sector gets starts breaking out, there could be. Yeah, it's a decent setup. I think I traded it down here back in March, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could if the sector gets strong. What was your entry? My entry was opening range lows. Not opening range lows, sorry. It was, what's my average on it? 127. Low 127s is my average. I had 2 entries on it. So this is interesting. Qs are ticking lower while small caps are ticking higher and SPYs are ticking higher. Okay. Yes, I sold CrowdStrike, D-Dog, and Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat didn't close below the 20, but I sold it anyways. I kind of anticipated. Everything looked so crappy yesterday, so I just, played defense. You never want to see so many leading stocks breaking down at the same time. It's fine if there's only one here and there, but literally all of them broke below some major moving averages yesterday. So that's never a good sign. I really didn't like the price action yesterday. Very few growth stocks were up yesterday, like mostly social media names. Sells? Yeah, CLH had a great breakout. Yep, looks absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing breakout from a tight range, big momentum. So, guys, you should already be able to identify this. If you followed the instructions on the screen, you should know that's a good setup. But is it gonna have follow through? That's the big question. That's the big question. Doyu, yeah, Doyu I had earlier this week. Yeah, it's kind of still setting up. China, Twitch or China, pretty much. That's always exciting. SGMS. Yeah, but this is some kind of buyout stuff. I don't know if it's an organic setup. I mean, the setup itself is good, but I don't know. It's up. The flagpole is due to some buyout thingy. I don't know if there's gonna. Yeah, I don't know. Oh man, shake ass! I can't believe I fucked this thing up. Wow. Yeah, 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 if it goes to $60, it's gonna be a $2 million opportunity that I missed. Unbelievable. You don't get many opportunities like that in a year. It always hurts when you miss one. It was just it's pretty much a 5-star setup. And I couldn't get back in. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't get back in the second time. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can't look at this thing. I have to take it off. Alright. KNDI. Yeah, some bottom of the barrel stocks are setting up this some random micro caps here and there. It looks like a decent setup, if it can break out, it's a hot sector, IV, blah, blah, blah. If breaks out with volume could be nice. FTCH, yeah, this one looks good. Yeah, it looks like a decent setup. Looks good. Yeah, it looks like a very good setup. So Celsius and FTCH, those are the good ones today that I can see. The only good ones. And then 2 episodic pivots, ALG and no, 1 episodic pivot, ALG and this SC is the only one I still have a big position in. All the others are very small positions or partials. And then I have a pretty decent short position in Peloton, which is bouncing pretty nicely off the 20-day, but we'll see what happens. Tupperware? It's bouncing off the 50-day, but I don't really see a setup here. I think it may need a little bit of time. Okay, looks like the Qs are starting to break down on this little range. I would love to see a retest of their like September lows over the next couple of weeks. And then maybe have a rally into year end. That would be a perfect scenario. If we are, you know, go down for a couple of weeks and then have a year end rally. That would be really nice. Right now it's just, you gotta be very cautious if you're a swing trader. This is not a good market right now, especially with all the leading stocks breaking down. Like just so many of them. How sexy is the Mara chart? Well, from 0 to Brandy Love. Well, there's no setup here. I bought it a couple of days ago, but the main entry was here. This was the entry day. I kinda chased it 2 days ago. Riot and Mara. Shopify goes down. Is that a cup and handle where I bought what? Mara? I don't really know what a cup and handle is. It's just a range breakout. Well, I do know what a cup and handle is. Like, if I have a cup of coffee in front of me and it has a handle, that's like a cup and handle with coffee in it. I mean, I'm not stupid. Sono? This is not a momentum stock. Stick to momentum stocks. Yeah, well, I go through some good charts every day. But you also need a good market. That's the thing. The worst time is when you get good charts, but a bad market. That's the worst time. Like we had past couple of weeks. There's been so many good-looking charts, but you know, none of them have followed through. Almost none of them. It's very, you know, dangerous environment. LAC is a position trade for me. I'm just trailing it with the 50-day. I've been in this thing for like since July. It's a tiny position. I don't think I've sold a single share yet. Or maybe I sold like 1,000 shares out of 20,000 or something. You know, either this thing stops me out for a small profit, or I'll get a 500% runner. It's either or. If it's a momentum leader, well, you can clearly see it because it has a lot of momentum. If it's in your scans, it's probably if you've done the scans, you know, correctly, it's probably a momentum leader. Oh, no. Don't tell me JKS is at 6. Oh, I can't believe this thing. Wow, this hurts. This hurts. Oh my god. I took an $84,000 loss on half size out of the gate. Like, it took out the 1 minute opening range lows, sorry. That's where I shorted it. 40,000 shares. And yeah, then I got stopped out opening range highs. Took a $2 loss on it. Lost $84,000. Then it went a bit higher, and then it went straight down. And I couldn't chase it here. I should have reshorted it opening range lows. Half size, at least half size, but I couldn't do it. I wanted a little bit more of a pop. But there was a secondary entry on it. When it failed at VWAP midday, this was a perfect looking entry. This is exactly what you want to see. You know, it's a breakdown, a bounce into VWAP, a VWAP fail. You can clearly see this flag. It got rejected off the VWAP, started building lower highs, and then took out this range. There was such a beautiful secondary entry there. And I have to admit I missed it. I mean, I was literally telling you guys to look for this scenario on the stream. Look for a VWAP fail. And then I miss it myself. What a fucking idiot. Guys, I'm getting old. Guys, don't follow an old man that's starting to lose his edge. You should all unsubscribe me. I'm going downhill from here. Boomer? Yeah, I consider myself a boomer. I'm 32, but mentally I feel like a boomer. Especially when I do mistakes like these. Hey David, I hope you're not offended. You want your money back? You're not old, David is old. You fucked up JKS as well? Yeah. I'm not surprised. You're a boomer. Gotta be fast to trade these things. I'm not fast anymore. I'm 32. I'm in a millennial body with a boomer brain. And boomer reflexes. Oh man. Well, if you're a rookie, it doesn't matter. Like, you're gonna learn. But for me, someone who's actually, this is like literally one of my 3 main strategies I trade. And when you get a 5-star setup like that, you fuck it up so bad, it's kinda not okay, you know? It hurts, and it should hurt. That's how you learn. You learn from pain. That's how you learn, that's how you get better. But sometimes, you know, fuck up anyways. Pen short, I don't know if it's a short here, but it looks, yeah, I mean, look, it could work. Like, there's no support until this rising 100-day. I mean, there's 20% of clean downside. I mean, it could work. with the highs of the day as your stop. It could definitely work. It's another momentum stock that's kind of breaking down. This thing is still up 1400% since March lows. Absolutely. You know what? This actually, I kind of like this idea. Pen as a short. I just shorted 35,000 shares. Wait, how liquid is this? Nah, it's enough. I'm not gonna do more. Yeah, I shorted 35,000 shares. I mean, I'm gonna use like a less than $1 stop on it. No, wait, what's the highs of the day? Oh, never mind. I'm gonna use like a little bit more than $1 stop on it. Okay, let's go. I mean, if we get a pull, like, yeah, I just see so many things kind of pulling back, like all these leading stocks. So yeah, I think Pen could work, except for Snap. This thing is on its own planet. And also these, like a lot of these stocks that broke down yesterday, now they're kind of rallying back into supply, like these declining moving averages. Like Etsy had a big breakdown day yesterday. And now it's below both the 20 and the 10 day. That's not what you want to see. CrowdStrike, it's also below the 20 and the 10. So if it would rally from here, it would just rally into these resistance areas, the supply areas. They need to kind of tighten up and build higher lows to get new setups. And if we are lucky, we get new setups, maybe by next week, late next week. If a miracle happens and the market starts rallying into the election, but I don't know. But personally, I prefer, I would actually like to see a good shakeout, a good washout over the next few weeks. Get the bullishness out of the markets, because, if as you remember from like a month ago when I really wanted to get a real washout, like get a 2-3 big red days in a row and then a solid bounce. We never really got that big washout. Anything related to Bitcoin? I have no idea. Follow the price action. I don't know. I have some crypto related things, like I have GBTC, which is a Bitcoin fund, or whatever it is. But I own them because they're going up. They had good setups and I bought them. But long term, I have no idea. No idea. Yeah, I looked at Bitcoin chart to buy GBTC. GBTC wasn't like a super obvious setup, like it wasn't a great setup itself, but I looked at Bitcoin chart and it looked like it was about to break out, so that's why I bought GBTC here, 1157 average. I bought 50,000 shares or something. Yeah, 50,000 shares. Right here, this is where I bought it. Because Bitcoin itself was starting to break out. Jumia, yeah, wow, this thing is on its own planet. Yep. Why didn't you get an email alerting me that I'm alive? I don't know, David. Do you guys get emails when I go live? I have no idea how it works. You get an email? Okay. How the fuck did you cancel a Wall Street Journal subscription? I have no idea, man. That's weird. I thought you blocked me. Yeah, David, you know, every day I'm thinking about blocking you. But I still haven't figured out how you do it, so I guess you're fine. Oh, JKS, I can't believe this thing. Oh, it's disgusting. I can't. I know, I can't. Like every time it goes down $1, that would have been like 100 grand for me. Or maybe a bit less. It depends on, you know. Yeah, so it had, you know, two really good entries. The first one didn't work, the one I did, but the opening range lows and then this VWAP fail. Those were the entries, yeah. And it's, you know, high priced, very liquid, very extended stock. You know, it's you know, you can do whatever size you want. You know, you can do 100,000 shares of this thing if you want to. It's that liquid. So, you know, I can't, yeah, it's disgusting. Guys, I'm getting lazy. Like, I trade the first couple of hours and then I just, you know, get really lazy. I pass on a lot of trades. David gets notified by FedEx. Yeah. I kind of got I'm not as hungry as I used to be. That's also another thing. I'm not as hungry. You know what? I'm gonna sell Twitter. I'm gonna sell it. I don't. If you're gonna pull back, I don't think these social media stocks are gonna be immune. They're all gonna pull back. I'm not even gonna wait for the 10-day. Like I wanna be. I wanna play defense here. So let's see. So SC is a big position. Other than that, all of my other positions are really small, and also I'm short. Peloton, pretty decent size. TTD looks like a potential short setup, but I'm not gonna do any more short setups. I have enough short exposure. Silver looks like I may got stopped out. I'm gonna put a hard stop on it. So one of my accounts is now. I don't have any positions in one of my accounts now. That was a long time ago. I was in a situation like that last time. This is kind of reminding me of what happened in like late February this year, when I just got stopped out of position after position. They all started breaking down, and then we had this, obviously, the Corona sell-off, but you know, or the COVID sell-off, we didn't know it was gonna be that bad. But you know, that's why you gotta play defense. You know, when you start seeing a lot of stocks, leading stocks, breaking down at the same time, you know, sometimes I override my sell rules and, you know, just get out before it's too late. You know, I've seen, you know, you don't want to get caught in a bad sell-off. TTD. Because it's starting to break down of this little flag thingy. And all the others, many other stocks have already broken down. This thing, even the strongest ones, they will break down eventually if the market keeps going lower. Even the champion stocks. I'm talking about stuff like Snapchat, Twitter, Pinterest. All of these had, really good days yesterday, and yeah. So there's a good chance. I mean, it's a good risk reward. You're gonna risk what, $10 to make, if it starts, if it, pulls back to the 50-day, risk is $10 to make $100. Could work. Spotify, yeah, Spotify is holding. Yeah, some names are holding. They are. Penn is hitting. Hey, thanks to anyone who gave. I don't remember who came with the idea, but I like this idea. I kind of like it. Wasn't I short this thing back in? Wait, which stock was I short? Was it DraftKings? Back in May, June? I don't even remember. I think I was short DraftKings when it broke this 20-day here. 38 area. Yeah, I think I was short this one. That was the last time I did a breakdown type of a trade. Yeah, DraftKings, yeah, exactly. That's the last time I did this type of a breakdown trade. Oh yeah, power downticks on Penn now. Very nice. Very nice. Oh shit. Okay, I got stopped out of silver, looks like. SLV. Alright, another thing. My portfolio is getting thinner and thinner. You know what? NIO. This could be a good short setup. Especially if Tesla keeps breaking lower. When is the earnings? Wait, oh, they just had earnings. No, wait, when is NIO earnings? NIO December. Okay. You know what? I'm long NIO, but I'm thinking about switching to a short. Because this thing is not going to hold up. Especially if Tesla is starting to break down. There's no way this NIO holds up. It's gonna go back to 20 bucks. I may switch to short if it takes out opening range lows. And I'm gonna use like a tight stop, like 30-40 cent stop. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. NIO. I have 30,000 shares left, a third of my position. So yeah, I got rid of it. I'm playing defense here. I just shorted 100,000 shares of this NIO. Alright, so that's that. So I'm risking like what, 30 cents? 35 cents on my NIO short. And if it pulls back, you could easily pull back like $5. So that's a really good risk reward. That's what you wanna go for. LI, I'm gonna sell. I'm not even gonna wait for a close before below the. This is another China EV name. I'm not even gonna wait for this. Like usually what I do is I wait for them to close below the either the 10 or 20 day. But when you see this many breakouts happening at the same time, breakdowns, sorry, I just want to play defense. It would be another thing if like all the other stocks in my portfolio was fine and just one or two were weak. But you know, when you see so many at the same time, you know, it's kind of a dangerous scenario. You want to play defense. A decent, you know, like if you look at the last pullback we had from like early September to like late September, like most stocks still held their major moving averages. They just, you know, they still looked good. They pulled back to their major moving averages, started building higher lows, like a lot of them. Right now, I just see a lot more downside in these leading names. Not really a great breakout trading environment. Yeah, Zoom is weak too. Well, we are doing a short school. I've been showing several scenarios and setups. Is IB's app better for trading than their software? I don't like their software. It's too slow and there's just too many things. I don't know what most of it means. So far less than a 4% pullback, yeah. But the leading stocks are screaming red alert. That's what I'm worried about. The leading stocks are acting much worse than the overall market. Like yesterday was kind of a break-even day, and the leading stocks, most of them were down on the day and broke down. That's really not what you want to see. When we start seeing a market environment where the market is down or break-even on the day, and the leading stocks are green on the day, that's when you know when the market may be getting better again. But like we saw yesterday, the market was up to break even and the leading stocks were down. That's a very, very dangerous. Not a good sign. Home. Yeah, just a random small cap stock. You know, these things can, just like Chumi, these things can have a life of their own. No, like I passed on FTCH, I passed on, well, Celsius I didn't pass on, it's just too thin. I wouldn't buy any breakouts, like I'm not really looking to buy any breakouts. Now I'm net short. I have tiny positions long in Riot, Mara, GBTC, these crypto names. LAC is another tiny position. SC is a pretty decent long position. It's like I have 19,000 shares. But then I have big short positions in Peloton, NIO, and Penn, and Vegas as tiny short positions. So I'm net short now. I am net short. Tesla is about to go red on the day. Not really good action in the leading stocks. And this is one of the leading stocks. If this thing breaks down, I'm not watching for a short today. You know what? If it has a bounce to VWAP mid-late day and then face at VWAP, I may take a small short position and hold it if it closes weak. Because this thing, if this next pullback, this thing's gonna pull back to at least the 100-day here. That's like 20% lower, maybe even the 150-day. That's 35% lower. If we get a real washout, we'll see. I don't see why would you like this is one of the best long setups in the market, like Snap yesterday and Align today, like these earnings gappers. These are one of the best day trading long setups if you get them early. I don't see why you would want to short these things. I mean, you obviously can trade them any way you want, but I think you would be better off if you were focused on the open and just, buy them, opening range highs. This is the second most profitable long setup for a day trader. Fiverr? Not anymore. I mean, I don't think this ever had a good short setup. It's kind of choppy. Tesla 5-minute chart? I don't have any Tesla 5-minute charts open. Let's see if we get a decent market pullback if my viewer count goes down to 200 again. It's kind of funny. My viewer count is following the market cycle. What a weird coincidence. It's like people get excited about the stock market when the stock market is up, and then they kind of lose interest when the stock market is down. Who would have thought? Yeah, guys, buy with both hands when the viewer count gets down to low 200s, and then sell when it gets to low 300s. Has worked the past couple of times. That's another indicator. That one and the P&L indicator. Like, we have several guys. I think this is a great community. We have several proprietary indicators. Let's just keep it in here. Because if the hedge funds get hold of this, maybe the strategy stops working. If the hedge funds get their hands on this information. No, don't sell it to hedge funds, guys. You traders, you can't sell this to hedge funds. Guys, if you sell this information to hedge funds, you're not a real cult member. Just saying. You're not a team player. No, you don't buy VIX. No, you can buy VIX when I have when I show P&L and or when my viewer count hits like low 300s. And then you can short VIX when the viewer count gets down to low 200s. I think there could be millions in that strategy. I think it's a really good idea. Let's see if this pen can find support on the 50-day or if it's finally gonna break. Because this thing, you know, a little bit of pullback wouldn't be a crazy thing for a stock that's up 1400%. Or still, it's still up almost 1600% from the March lows. Unbelievable! What a stock! Hey guys, do you know how David Daytrader is doing? Is he still trading? I haven't followed him in a couple of months. McAfee IPO. Wasn't McAfee arrested like a couple of days ago? Or last week or something? Wasn't he arrested? Oh man, it's hilarious, man. GSX, yeah, this is, you know, this thing had fraud allegations like 6 months ago, which made me miss all this upside. This thing had like 3 5-star breakouts, if not 4. Unbelievable. But I did have a very good short on it though, when it went from here to here. Should I short more NIO? Nah, I'm not gonna short more of NIO. It's so nice and liquid. I'd like to like double my position, but nah, I'm not gonna do more. Yeah, I switched to a short in NIO. I sold my long and switched to short. Yep. Well, I sold it. I don't think it's gonna hold up with all these other things breaking down. Like Tesla is weak. Obviously, it could very easily bounce from here. It's still kind of building higher lows if you look at it on a 1-hour chart and daily chart. But I just see so many stocks breaking down, leading stocks, and NIO. This thing is just looks crazy strong still. But you know, if we get a real pullback, this thing is gonna pull back to $20 in a flash. We'll see. Yeah, you know what? I just shorted another 100,000 shares. Let's go. I'm gonna use a tight stop on these other 100,000. I fucked up Shaky S yesterday. I'm not gonna fuck this up. I refuse to fuck this up. So I'm short 200,000 shares. Wish me luck. I don't revenge trade. I think it's a really good setup for a short. And you also have to take into account what's happening in the markets, you know. If it was, you know, like let's say this was yesterday and all of my stocks looked fine and only this one pulled back, I would use the 10-day as my trailing stop. But with everything that happened yesterday, like, you know, nothing is gonna hold up if you get a real sell-off. Nothing is gonna hold up. You know, gotta, you know, have to put things in perspective. So I'm taking a calculated risk here. That's what I'm doing. I'm not even risking a, you know, big amount. It's not like a huge amount I'm risking. But it is a decent sized position because it's such a tight stop. 2 tight stops. Yeah, TTD and other ones just breaking down. I mean, it's a good thing. Like a lot of these stocks, which straight up, you know, TTD was up what, almost 60% in a month, in 3 weeks. You know, a pullback to the rising 50 or something. You know, it's not a bad thing in many of these leading stocks. Square, you know, TTD, all of, you know, Penn. No, not Penn. Was NIO. Oh, look at this. I'm gonna make some money on NIO. Come on. Trying to cover a few here, but looks like I missed it. Look, this thing, if I'm looking for a pullback like 20 bucks on this thing to the rising 50-day. This is just a start, you know, this is nothing. I'm, you know, I'm looking for a big move. I'm not looking to scalp this thing. Oh, the Qs. Ooh, looking ugly. Yep, my spidey sense was correct. My spidey sense was correct. Holy shit, SC, I'm gonna sell this thing ASAP. I'm not gonna wait for a close below the 20-day. This thing could close below the 50-day today. This is my biggest long position and I'm just getting out of it. Getting out of this thing. I'm selling first, asking questions later. That's how you gotta do when things are like this. I just sold 19,000 shares of this thing. Yeah, I'm out. Alright. Now I'm heavily short and almost no long exposure. SPICE, it's the S&P 500 and QQQ is the Nasdaq 100 ETFs. For my trading, the QQQs are much more relevant. I rarely trade the S&P 500 stocks, almost never. But the Nasdaq 100 stocks I trade all the time. Do you like Limp Bizkit? I haven't listened to them in a long time, but I don't know. I guess no. I know they have a couple of good songs that I like. Limp Bizkit was your first CD? Nice. Boomer music? Your first CD too? Why can't you stand them now? Yeah, and I think this, yeah, FTC, yeah, this is what happens with breakouts. I wouldn't be surprised if both FTCH and CALH, you know, take out the lows of the day. That's what happens, you know, in markets like this. You know, very treacherous markets, very treacherous. Come on, NIO, it's still holding up. But I think, you know, if we get a real sell-off, this thing could easily go to the 50-day. Dua Lipa, let's see, let's Google. Dua Lipa, what the hell is a Dua Lipa? Oh, okay, it's a human woman, okay. She's hot? Yeah, she's pretty hot, yeah. Yeah, she looks hot. Where is she from? Let's see here. English? Okay. What's her real name? Is it Dua Lipa? Or is it that her artist name? She's from Kazakhstan? Really? No, she's from Kosovo. Borat's sister, but she's not from Kazakhstan. Her parents are from Kosovo. It's not even close, guys. Albania? Albanians make the best Italian pizza? Uh, I just covered 5,000 shares of NIO. No, wait. Never mind. I just covered 100 shares of NIO. I have a 5,000 share order right at the lows of the day, apparently. When is the best time of trading day to do your scans? Well, preferably either after the market closes or like an hour or a couple of hours before the market opens. And then you can do intraday scans whenever you want. Some of these random airline names are going up. Well, actually a lot of them. But not really what I'm interested trading. Tupperware. Do they sell dildos? Tupperware dildo party. How about that? Really? I only got covered 100 shares? Oh, come on. Really? What the fuck? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna do one more scan. I'm gonna cut the stream. I don't think I'll trade much more today. I have some really good short entries today and yesterday, and now it's just waiting for things to play out. In these types of markets, obviously less is more. Oh, Align hit new all-time highs. I didn't realize that. Wow. Sting had some pretty nasty pullback last year and earlier this year. All right. SCDG short? Well, not now. If you're shorting it here, your trading career won't be long. But all these sodas, they're already down 2 days in a row. I mean, what are you looking to squeeze water out of a rock? I don't see an edge in those. Okay, guys, thanks for joining. Wait, what day is it? It's Thursday? Okay, yeah, thanks for joining and see you tomorrow. Good luck.